I'm waiting for it. It's gonna come like either this week, next week, or the week after that. And like, man, it's gonna be nice. So so yeah, you could go to the chart and then
yeah. So we got 25 minutes to go here.
yeah. So
And,
okay, so can you maximize your page? Can you move that? Can you move the screen to the right? Can you know that little black bar right there? Can you move that to the right and then maximize the whole page? You see that little bar you have right there with where it shows like the ticker symbols and all that. You can just click on the little, just click on that box at the top
I see what
next
you
to
mean.
the camera. You can maximize the whole screen. You see that? See in the upper right hand corner where it says publish? That box right there to maximize the whole screen. Yeah, so we can see all the real estate.
Great.
So,
Except I
yeah,
can't
man.
see any tools anymore.
Okay, so yeah, so that green box right there, that's the order block. And was that the weekly or was that the daily? Just double click on it. I think that was a weekly one. That's why it's important to label this stuff because when you come back to it, you can be like, what the hell is that line? Okay, so that's the weekly order block. Okay, so so scale back out to the left so we can see. Yeah, scale back out to the left so we can see. I'm trying to see. Yeah, to the left.
Change the. Yeah, I'm maxed out at this point, so I probably have to change it to.
Yeah, you could just scale. You could just scale to the left so we can see the Monday to Wednesday range. Because I'm trying to show you. No, I'm saying I was saying not go all the way to the left, but I'm saying I was just trying to see the Monday to Wednesday range. I want to show you is you're gonna see weeks like what's about to show up, what happened last week. Because it popped out on Thursday. It popped out on Thursday, but then it went back into the range.
So what time range you want to see? You want to just see
on the 1 hour? Yeah, the 1 hour. You could just scale to the left, and then we can see the whole screen. You could just go down to the bottom and scale to the left.
See, that's all I can.
Yeah, you could scale it all the. We could drag it all the way to the left with the scale at the bottom.
Drag to the left.
Yeah, and pull it to the right, then scale it again. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. So let me show you how this works. So scale it to the left again. All right. So yeah, and then zoom, then scale it on the right hand side. Just so we can zoom in a little bit. Yeah. Now you see. Now look. Now this was last week right here, right? So this how you got. This how you got to do this. Look. Okay. Now what happened? What happened on Thursday? So we got Monday to Wednesday. We got the range that happened, right? I'm about to show you how to play this game with this. So we got Monday to Wednesday, right? It was just cooking up, right? And then on Thursday, what happened? It popped out the range, right?
It jumped up, it dropped down.
Well, let me show you how to play it. Look, this is how you got to do it. Yeah. Look, listen. Make sure when you watch this video, you got to make sure you listen to this part. Look. Okay, so when it pop out the range, even with this week coming up, when it pop out the range on a 1 hour chart, you got to wait. You got to wait to see what that second candle does. See, a lot of people are like, oh shit, it popped out the range. So they would have went ahead and took a buy right then. What would have happened? They would have got their ass handed to them. Because what happened on the second candle?
Talking about this one?
Yeah, because see, it popped out the range green. It looked pretty. That looked like a healthy candle. But you have to wait. You have to wait. So look, when it pop out the range this week, next week, any other week, you have to wait to see what the second candle does. We want to see two green candles in a row strong. And then that's when you take your buy up to the order block. You see what I'm saying?
Maybe, but I mean, I've got two green candles here.
No. You got to see two green candles that break outside of the Monday to Wednesday range.
Oh, I see.
Because where's the top of the range at?
So I mean, like this one. If we're just talking about the
no, I'm saying where's the top of the Monday to Wednesday range at? The top is the top of the blue box, right? If it helps you, you could draw a blue line all the way out to Friday if that helps you more. I mean, I could just see it in my mind, but you can just draw if you want to, you can just draw a line all the way out to Friday at the top of that range, and you could put it on the bottom and draw it all the way out to Friday at the bottom of the range if that helps you see it more.
Maybe. I mean,
Because I'm trying
let's
to,
take a look.
yeah, I mean, if it helps you see it more, then that's fine. And then you just make that color the same color as that box.
At the very least, it'll help me. It'll make sure that we're on the
Yeah,
same page here.
because I want you to see the top of the range and the bottom of the range because you have to, the way it works is you have to let, I don't care how big that green candle is, you just got to let it run, and then you're gonna have to wait 2 hours because the first hour is gonna be the first green candle, and then
Yeah.
you can't just take a buy. You have to wait to see what the second candle does, and then you get in on the third candle. See, that's what I'm saying. Like with these rules, a lot of people are not willing to follow rules, and that's what makes the stuff hard. Because a lot of people that I talked to, they would have just, oh, it broke out the range on a strong green candle. I'm getting in for a buy, and then what would happen? Boom, price would have reversed on them. They would have been depressed. They would have lost all their money, and then they would have said, "This is a scam. It don't work." When the truth is, it do work. You just gotta follow rules, and that's the hard part because we don't want to follow rules. If we see a sign that says "Don't walk on the grass," we're like, well, "I want to walk on that grass." What the hell are you talking about? I got freedom, and that's why ACT talk about with his psychology. So I'm saying you don't have to draw the line, but if it helps you see it more, you can draw a line from the top of the range all the way out to Friday, so you can see like, okay, well, I'm not going to do anything until I see it break out of this line, and then I can show you what to do if the second candle turns green. I can show you where to take that sell down to.
So I mean, so the top of the range, is that going to be the high?
Yeah, the range is the Monday to Wednesday range is that blue box. So if it helps you see it more, you could draw a line out from the top of the range all the way out to Friday. Even though you're not going to be able to really see it because you got a QP right there, a QP line. But I'm just saying, even for next week or the week after that, you can draw a line all the way out to Friday. Like, okay, well, you know, I just see it in my mind, uh, imaginary line. But if you need to draw a line, then that'll help you see it. But you're not gonna be able to see it that much because you got a QP right there. But you still could draw
Yeah.
it out. Just draw a virtual, a horizontal line. Yeah. But that's how you play the game. Like you have to wait. You have to let that first candle. I don't care if it's a huge green candle. You got to let that thing break out of that range. Because remember, Monday to Wednesday is like a pressure cooker. It's like an oven just cooking up bacon, baking up
Yeah.
the cake. And then you got to wait to see what Thursday and Friday do. But when it break out on Thursday, and it's showing you right here, this is a perfect example. When it break out on Thursday, you got to wait to see what that second candle does because if the second candle is not green, it's going to go back into the range. If you take a buy,
Yeah.
you're going to get your butt handed to you, and you're going to take a loss or blow your account.
Yeah. So let me get this straight. So essentially, like this, we only have one green candle breaking out of the
Exactly.
range.
So you
We're talking
you
about
you would have waited. If you can go back
yeah.
to last Thursday, you would have waited. Like, okay,
Mhm.
well, okay, he said, well, wait till let's see what the second candle does. So you put a timer on because on these charts it show you like how much time you got left. So let's say if it was
Yeah.
20 minutes left. So you say, okay, well, I'm gonna put an hour and 20 minutes, and I'm gonna see what happens next. And then when you go back to the chart, you have to see what the second candle does. And then I can
Yeah.
show you proof. We can go back to the left, and you'll see the same phenomenon happening. You have to see what the second candle does.
I could dig it.
So basically, that candle right there is it gets a little deeper than this. Like for instance, if you get the measuring tool, get the measuring tool. Let me show you something else. Go to the measuring tool right there, below the smiley face. Now look, now put the measuring tool on the green body. So put it at the top of the green body and draw it all the way down. I'm
To
about to show
where?
you something. Draw it all the way down to the bottom of the green body, the bottom of that candle. Pull it to the right so we can see it. Yeah, pull it all the way to the right. Boom. Now look at that. Now it closed below what? 50% of the range, right? You see that? You see the
Oh
red
wait.
candle close below 50% of that green candle's body, right?
Yeah.
So that's showing you right there that it's going lower. See that?
So it's like that's how you would know that this one's going to keep
Yeah,
topping.
it's not a panacea, meaning it's not a end all be all, but that's you have to measure the bodies. Like you can't get caught up in these wicks. Even though the wicks do help us, but the bodies you have to always think about like, okay, well, what is the body telling me? So you see price close below 50% of that green candle body range. So most likely, that don't mean that it is going down, but most likely, because see the way this works is you need in your mind you're gonna need like anywhere from 4 to 7 or more indicators showing you that it's going down. Like you just can't say, okay, well, it closed below the body, so it's going down. You gotta look at other things to see that it's going down as well. That's just
So
one clue.
yeah, and that's exactly what worries me about the two candles shooting upwards. Like
Yeah,
if I
but
change the
but yeah, the
range
two
to
candles. Yeah, I mean, this
if I
is
change
just
this to like 30 minutes, wouldn't I have two candles breaking above the range? Is that
yeah,
what it's saying?
this is the 1 hour chart. So
Right.
yeah, but yeah, you'll see like for instance, like go to the left and let's see if this is true. So go to the left and let's see what happened last week.
Yeah.
So it's not only about the two candles, it's about how the candle closes as well. So
Okay.
go
So there's
last week and see what happened when price closed outside the range. See right there. So last week price closed outside the range on a red candle, right?
okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Now look, now remember, most people gonna get happy and say, okay, it's an order block down there, which is that green line right there, right? So they're like,
Hmm.
okay, well, he said that price is it's only going outside the range to go to order block, which is true. But what happened with the second candle? The second
Okay.
candle was a green candle and it was a weak candle, which kind of let you know that price was going to come back down eventually. See, this is like candlestick analysis. Um,
Mhm.
but basically, we didn't. If we saw two red candles in a row, I'm trying to show you where two red candles close in a row. What happened? So let's keep scrolling to the left. I don't think you don't have that much stuff marked up. So hold on. Now let's go to this one right here. Now, what happened? What happened on the Monday to Wednesday range? What happened when price closed out side of that range on Thursday?
So here's
It
it's
was a wick.
here, right?
Yeah, it was a wick. So that lets you know. See, this you got to understand candlestick analysis too. When I see a long wick like that, I already know it's about to go. It's about to go lower. It's about to go outside the range.
Mm-hmm.
See, it wick when it wick like that on Thursday, especially. I already know because when you see a long wick like that, that means reversal. I already know I would have held a short all the way down. I think I did hold a short. I think I held it down to 50% of the range because I was scared that it would go all the way down. But I already knew it would go all the way down right there. But I just didn't have faith in what I knew. So let's just keep going to the left because the
But
next
I mean, but you did you know how far down it would go?
just based off of because there's something called patterns as well in the
Yeah.
market. Just based off the pattern because I literally studied this night and day, and I went back all the way to the beginning of the chart.
Okay.
um, so look what happened right there. That's what I'm trying to show you. Now right there it closed, and then the second candle closed. So look, and then what happened with the rest of the week? Price, yeah. So
Uh,
So the
increased.
second candle closed, but the second candle closed with a green candle. But look at that long wick right there.
Help me out. Which candle are we looking at? So this was
This is the
here.
Monday to Wednesday range. Price closed
Monday to
outside of the
Wednesday.
range with a big green candle.
That one right
Well,
there.
remember,
Yep.
you got to wait to the next candle to make sure the next candle is green, right?
Yep.
But hold on. But look how it closed. See, that's what I'm saying. This game is really detailed. See, the second candle did close with a green candle, right? It closed
Oh
with a
yeah.
green candle, right? So that meant that we probably will Thursday and Friday probably will be bullish. But look at the green candle. Look at the way it closed, though. You got that long wick. But you pull out the measuring tool again and go from the top and go to the top to the bottom of that wick. Yeah, from the top of the wick to the bottom of the wick.
Well,
So this is all algorithmic. This is all yeah. I guess you could just try it again. Yeah, because it's gonna disappear and then you could try it again.
I mean,
Yeah, just try it again. Just pull it from the bottom of the wick to the top of the wick, and then you'll see that the body closed above 50%. It's all about 50%. It's all about percentages and stuff with this. It's all about numbers and math. So if you pull it to the right, you see price closed above the 50%. But see and that goes to show you like you got to understand the wicks and candlestick analysis. Like it closed above. I'm trying to show you that even though the second candle did close above um, as a green candle, you have to look at the way it closed. The way it closed was a weak ass bullish candle. That's why you see price reversing down instantly and then kind of consolidating the rest of the week. See, it closed outside of the range, but it was a weak close because it had a long wick. We didn't have a lot of body in that candle. You see what I'm saying? Listen,
yeah.
if the second candle was a thick ass body like that first candle, we
Yeah.
would have went it would have went way higher. But see, the next day it couldn't even go higher. It just stayed inside of it it's basically Friday was swallowed by Thursday. By Thursday, you see all of the Friday's price range was inside of Thursday's price range, swallowed it.
Yeah.
But knowing the game, I still would have held my long because look how it closed outside of the Monday to Wednesday range pretty strongly, and the second candle it closed on the green candle, even though it was weak. I just would have known that the rest of the week was going to consolidate, but you see what happened on Monday and Tuesday, it went higher. So I would have knowing what I know, I would have held my long. I would have known it wasn't reversing. It just was going to be a weak closed week. See if you can go back to the left again. I don't know how. That's why I was telling you, you got to have a whole lot of this stuff marked up. So when you back test, you can see. I don't think you have. Let's see what happened the week before that. And that was a strong. Did I take advantage of that? That was a strong Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, right there.
Right.
Jesus. I
Okay.
think we
So
take advantage of that. Yeah, that week right there. Let's just go to that week right there where you go to the right.
this one? No. This one?
Yeah, go to the right. I'm sorry. Yeah, the next week, the week before that. Yeah, right there. The week before that one.
Before this one.
Yeah.
So we're looking at this one. This one? Hey, can you still hear me? Hello.
Yeah. What happened? Something just hold on quick.
Oh, we just got a 15-minute warning.
Oh, okay. I'm like, all right. So, yeah, go all the way to the right. Well, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday was a huge range that week. That was a week we just left off on.
Go to the right. I'm going here. Talking about here.
Yeah, keep going to the right.
Keep going.
Yeah, right there. So that's the week we just left off on. So that was a pretty strong range. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, but then on Thursday. See, this I remember this week right here. See, I was itching. Ooh, I was itching because see, look, I thought price was gonna break out on Friday because I swear to God, you don't have to take my word for it. Just do your own back. When you see price break out on a Friday on US 30, it's a wrap. It's going all the way to the close. You can hold your long, hold your short. It's going all the way there. And I thought this was gonna happen, but it didn't happen right there. But so this week right here would be you probably wouldn't have a trade this week. That's what I was saying. In the future, we're just gonna have to learn like how to do like some kind of day trading because right here you just wouldn't have a trade because it didn't break out. It didn't break out on Thursday or Friday, so
Yeah.
you would just be watching price action, and you would just be watching price action to see like what happened. Let's go to the week before that. I was itching that week for it to break out. All right, zoom, scale up on the right hand side on this one right here since it's kind of yeah. All right, so okay, so let's take a look at this now. You got the Monday to Wednesday range. So what happened on Thursday?
It immediately broke out with too small.
Yeah, exactly. So Thursday
Range
was a small candle. Then the second candle, we got to wait for the second candle. It also was a small red candle, but it still was red though. So right here, you just will have to. I mean, I would be thinking it's about to reverse back up into the range because the way it broke out. So you would just have to wait, especially with seeing that green candle. I'd be like, okay, well, shit, it's probably going to reverse back into the range, right? So
Yeah.
I would still be waiting. I'd be like, oh, I'm just going to wait until we see some kind of bullish activity. But then when you see that big red candle right there, that's called an engulfing candle. I would have got in on a short right after that candle. So look, this is how you do it. Zoom in, zoom in. So that's what I'm saying. Like a lot of people don't want to wait. They was just in a rush. So a lot of people would have been like, oh, I'm about to get in for a buy, and then that engulfing candle would have ended their whole life.
Hmm.
Would have messed up their whole weekend. So look, this is the way it works. Usually remember what I'm about to say right here. Usually when you see like a thick candle like that, price will usually give you about 50% of the range. So get the measuring tool again. I can just eye it right here. It didn't happen right here, but usually when you see a big candle like that, price will come back to about 50% of it. And when you back test this, you'll see. So go ahead and scroll all the way down, to the bottom of the candle. You see that? You see how price came up to about 50% before it dropped?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you. When you see these large engulfing candles, you don't have to just rush in for a buy. You literally can put a sell stop at 50% that lines up with a QP, of course, like I was showing you the micro QPs and everything. You see how price did not drop until what? It hit 50%, of that thick body candle, then it dropped. That's what I'm saying. So you didn't have to just you could have waited knowing how the market structure works instead of just going short. Sometimes the price will just leave without giving you 50%. So this is not a panacea, but this happens like 80% of the time. So knowing the game, you'd be like, you know what? All right, I'm just gonna go ahead and put a sale limit at 50% of this candle. And if I get activated, hey, I will. If not, I'll put a alert below the bottom of that candle right there, the candle right after the red engulfing candle. You could put an alert right there to see if price took off without you. Because if it took off without you, you already know you could just go short. Because if you did the back testing, you'll see that price went down to a bullish order block, even though we don't have it marked up.
Yeah,
That's where it was
true.
drawn down to. It was drawn down to a bullish order block, um, even though we don't have it marked up. Because what you could do is you could see exactly how far price went down and put like a long. You could put like a long horizontal yellow line and then go to like the weekly chart or daily chart and see if it lines up with a bullish order block that you see on that chart, because it's only going out to order block, higher time frame. So that's how you could have played that right there. You could have I just would have waited, especially with that green candle right there. That was kind of like a weak bullish candle. So you'd be like, okay, well, it's probably not bullish because it was a weak candle right there. Let me see what the next candle does. And then you could have looked at the chart. And let's say you looked at the chart. Let's say you was working and stuff, and you looked at the chart where, let's say you caught the candle on the second candle after the bullish engulfing, that little red candle right there.
Yeah.
Knowing how the game works, you'd be like, okay, well, it's probably going to come back up to 50% of that range, because usually price give you about 50% when it does an engulfing candle right there. Meaning it engulfed the whole it engulfed the whole body of that green candle right there. So usually it'll come back to 50% of the high and the low, and that's exactly what it did. You just measured it, and you seen that price came back up to 50% before what dropped down like crazy. So that's like a little market structure thing right there. I'm always looking for 50%. When I see a huge candle like that, I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
well, maybe price is gonna come back up to 50%. Sometimes I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna wait a few hours for price to come back up to 50%. If it don't, I'm gonna put an alert below that big candle, and if price take off without me, then I can decide to get in for a market order for a sale or a long, depending on what the candle is.
We get you.
But yeah, right there.
So I'm coming up to the hard stop time. But let me give you a call on WhatsApp. But I got this stuff to review, and it's actually pretty
Yeah, this right here is pretty good,
pretty
because we're
helpful.
getting into candlestick analysis, like just so you can know how the game works, because you gotta wait for that second candle to break out and see what it does before you go long or short down to the order block.
All right, man. I
Yeah.
gotta go, but I'll call you back.
Okay. Stop the recording.